She also asked me if I knew how Mitt Romney liked his eggs. And she said, Fabergé. So thank you for the material. Actually, this is a pretty easy task for me tonight because I know from my business background that there's nothing easier than trying to sell something that you really believe in. And I believe in Barack Obama. At age 68, I've seen many presidential campaigns and elections, and starting with Truman over Dewey, and all of these incoming presidents have all sort of followed the same convention, which is that you get elected in November, and then you sort of disappear until January 20th, when you stroll down Pennsylvania Avenue to the White House. And then you go to work the next day. Well, not Barack Obama, because if you remember, he didn't even wait one day before putting his head down and starting work as the future president and saving America from the worst economic catastrophe since the Great Depression. He didn't wait until January 20th. He started the very next day. And as far as I'm concerned, he hasn't stopped working for us since. I know he's not perfect. I don't know anybody who is. But especially in light of sitting in what I believe is the most complicated job in the world. But he's miles ahead of the Gang of Four, who I hope will continue to entertain us all the way to their convention in Tampa. And while they're continuing to give the late night talk show hosts more fodder for humor, well, what is my president doing? Well, President Obama is focused on building an economy that's built to last and giving all Americans a fair shot at middle-class security, from a good education to quality health care. Barack Obama has kept his promises on health care reform, student loan reform, and ending Wall Street abuses. And it's why he's pushing for more progress on jobs. I thought I would just take a few minutes and mention a few accomplishments we've seen in only 3 years. The U.S. has created more than 3 million private sector jobs with 24 straight months of job growth. President Obama passed the toughest regulations against Wall Street of any president in recent history. He doubled funding for Pell Grants. He capped the maximum monthly student loan repayments at 10% of income. He responsibly ended the war in Iraq. He ended don't ask, don't tell. He refocused the fight on Al-Qaeda, including making the difficult decision that led to the killing of Osama bin Laden. He nearly doubled the fuel efficiency of America's cars and light trucks, and establishing the first ever national standards on mercury and toxic emissions from power plants. Expanding health care access to 32 million more Americans who did not have it before he took office and who will lose it if a Republican is elected. Allowing young people to stay on their parents' insurance plans up to age 26. Ending insurance company abuses like denying coverage to those with pre-existing conditions or canceling coverage when a person gets sick. Covering preventive care like mammograms, checkups, and vaccinations. You know, I know that it's very difficult to be for Barack Obama in a county where many of our well-to-do friends are very, very much against him. Well, part of the reason I'm here tonight, other than the fact that Jane told me to be here, is that I won't stand silent and listen to the attacks against the hardest working president I've ever seen. I voted for Barack Obama 4 years ago, and I'm voting for him again this year. I'm proud to stand up for him and for what all of us here tonight believe in. I hope that you'll all stand up with me and proudly re-elect Barack Obama for 4 more years.